episode next Tuesday on CBS.
He's been missing for days. His family desperately searching to what lengths will they go to find answers. Tonight, an exclusive look inside their search. News 11 at 11 starts in 60 seconds.
When your tub and shower area become frightening, you can spend the time and expense to remodel or have Bathfitter give you a new look in one day.
It's 8:15 and I'm off to work.
Bathfitter custom molds an acrylic tub that fits right over your existing one. We can even custom fit a seamless wall unit.
I can't believe I'm enjoying my new bath. All this in one day.
Call Bathfitter now to find out how simple it is to enjoy your new bathroom.
Now, from Toledo's news leader, this is WTOL News 11 at 11.
The family of a missing Wood County man seeks spiritual help in finding their loved one. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jerry Anderson.
And I'm Chris Peterson. New at 11 tonight, Colleen Wells has the story of a worried family taking a major spiritual step to find their loved one, Terry Wallace. So Colleen, tonight they're hoping a psychic can bring them closer to Terry.
Yeah, Chris, really they're hoping anything can bring them closer to Terry. He was last seen here at the Meijer in Rossford. He was captured by a security camera, just like the one you're about to see. He has not been seen since being spotted here by that security camera. Now more than a week later, his loved ones, well, they're trying everything to find him.
I see there's a man that's around him that's passed away.
It's a place they never thought they'd be, talking about a situation they never thought they'd face.
There's one of you ladies that needs to know that he's sorry.
For nearly an hour, Tracy and Wendy Wyrick met with an intuitive counselor or psychic looking for answers to their brother-in-law Terry Wallace's mysterious disappearance.
We, I think, felt helpless. We didn't know what we could do.
Any kind of hope, any kind of help.
Terry has not been seen for more than a week. His family has only received this hardly legible letter, postmarked in Texas, and they're not even sure if it's from Terry. They say they have tried everything to help him, and although both women say they've never looked to psychics before, this reading can only help.
Even if, 4 or 5 minutes of what she says is true and the rest isn't true, then at least we have that.
Kimmy, the counselor, provided some much-needed optimism. She thinks Terry is okay.
And I just think what he did was he just felt like he needed to get away.
Tracy and Wendy say they'll take information from this reading and hopefully find their missing brother-in-law.
We love him and want him to come home, and that he should call one of us, and we just need him to come home.
If you see him, call your local law enforcement, and we want him to come home.
Colleen Wells, News 11.
Tonight, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers and safety officials are attempting to shortstop any attempts to lower the drinking age from 21. At present, the U.S. has the highest drinking age in the world, and MADD says it needs to stay that way.
Our society should not tolerate the repeal or weakening of laws that have been proven to save teenagers' lives.
The 21 law saves lives and protects young minds. It's that simple. It keeps our roadways safe and helps keep alcohol where it belongs, out of the hands of our youth.
Now, opponents of the 21 drinking age point out that the vast majority of the world sets the minimum age at 17 or 16 or has no minimum age at all, and that if you're old enough to fight in our wars, you should be old enough to drink alcohol. New at 11, Tim Miller live tonight in North Toledo, gauging reaction here in Northwest Ohio. So, Tim, what are folks saying?
Yeah, Jerry, we've been in and around several bars here in Toledo tonight. A lot of traffic coming in and out of this place on Adams Street. And we found a mixture of opinions. Some say bottoms up to letting 18-year-olds drink, but others telling us a change in the law would give them an empty feeling. On one of the last warm nights of the season, a busy night at local bars, and no shortage of opinions on lowering the drinking age to 18. These friends say it's time.
If you're 18, you can vote for important issues such as laws or who's governing, a community or a body of people. Then if you can vote like that, you should be allowed to do things like drink alcohol and feel like you're an adult.
They should be coming out and drinking with us.
Stephen Akers is visiting downtown Toledo from Michigan. He even sees an economic benefit.
You can go to war, sure. It sounds like a good idea. I think it'll add, extra tax revenue, and I think it should be, it could be good for extra states and all that.
But for all those who want the age limit lowered, there are others that immediately said, no way.
They're not mature enough sometimes to even drink Kool-Aid.
Jeremiah Bishop predicts an increase in problems on local roadways.
You're just learning how to drive. I mean, what, you're going to run us off the road?
I definitely feel it's a bad idea, only because we get the privileges of voting at 18 and they don't want to do that. And that's a great thing to do, but yet they want to travel, go to drinking.
Others say lowering the limit would lead to more crime.
I don't think they will be able to handle the effects of alcohol and drinking, cases to where people getting shot, fights, and all that.
In Toledo, Tim Miller, News 11.
Wow, what a difference a day makes, huh?
I guess so. It seems October has finally arrived. Robert Shields is in the Storm Track 11 Weather Center with the latest on our cooling trend.
Yeah, I almost want to say, oh, you have no idea until you get out of bed tomorrow morning and stroll around during the middle of the day. Temperatures will have a tough time getting much above 50 tomorrow. First off, look at this streak of weather that we've had. Let's go back to last Friday. Highs in the 80s to close to 90, 4 days in a row. And then today, our high was 75. Well, here's a look at tomorrow. 49 to start the day. Some light rain showers or drizzle in the afternoon. A cloudy day, a little bit breezy, and a high temperature in the low to mid 50s across much of the area. There's going to be a big change. We're talking fall jacket and tote the umbrella along. We'll take a look at the 7-day, including the upcoming weekend for you coming up.
When it does get cold, it's going to cost us all a lot more to heat our homes. On average, Americans will spend close to $1,000 heating their homes, which is about 10% more than last year. New at 11 tonight, the government predicting a big jump in heating costs, and the worst hit will be homes that rely on oil. Thanks to the surging cost of crude, the average household will spend $319 more on heating oil this winter, which is a 22% jump. Fuel suppliers are warning customers to proceed with caution.
Filling up your tank when you really don't need oil is just, again, gambling. You don't know. If you fill up today and oil prices turn out to drop, you made an error.
The increase for natural gas is less extreme than for heating oil, about a 10% increase, which translates to about $78 more than last year. The weather does get some of the blame. The government predicts winter will be 4% colder this year, boosting demand for all fuels, a chilling forecast for homeowners.
With thousands of Chrysler workers are waiting for word tonight on whether they'll be on assembly lines or picket lines tomorrow. The United Auto Workers Union has set a strike deadline of 11 a.m. tomorrow. Negotiators have continued talking most of tonight with just a short break. Over 1,400 workers at the Toledo machining plant in Perrysburg Township will be hitting the picket lines if contract talks fail. The facility produces steering columns and torque converters. Today, United Auto Workers Union members represented by 6 locals across Ohio voted to approve a tentative contract agreement with General Motors. 2 other Ohio locals rejected the agreement. One of those locals to vote it down was the 211 over Defiance. Union leadership tells News 11 that 52.4% of the workers at the GM Powertrain plant in Defiance rejected the contract, and that they may have been confused by an incorrect article written last Wednesday by the Associated Press. The report said the new agreement would not be able to guarantee work at the Defiance foundry after the products the workers are currently making go out of production.
We really think there's a future here, and everybody else does. We got business up to 2012, and other business we're looking at, and we just got to make sure that everybody understands. Defiance, we're not looking at it to close.
Union leaders say they have already had an agreement with GM to bring in aluminum block casting work to the plant that would go past the time that the new agreement runs out. For the very latest from the UAW, check into WTOL.com. Click on the big red box. And for continuing coverage and the latest in the contract negotiations with Chrysler overnight, check out News 11 Your Morning. Tonight, Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm is critical of the decision by several presidential candidates to keep their names off of the Michigan state primary ballot. Barack Obama, John Edwards, and Bill Richardson withdrew their names from the January 15th ballot. Hillary Clinton and Chris Dodd remain on the ballot. The National Democratic Party is punishing states like Michigan that jump the gun and challenge Iowa and New Hampshire as first to pick.
A Lucas County man will spend nearly 2 decades behind bars for beating his girlfriend's son to death. Today in court, 27-year-old Kenneth Steinhoff pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter and felonious assault. Police say he spanked his girlfriend's 22-month-old son, causing the boy's head to hit a cabinet. The boy later died. Steinhoff will serve 18 years in prison. Lawyers for a Toledo man accused of killing his girlfriend want to keep his confession out of court. 46-year-old Lawrence Jamison is charged with aggravated murder. Police say he fatally shot Tammy McRae in August. Today in court, the defense filed a motion saying Jamison was drunk when he was interrogated and was not coherent enough to waive his right to remain silent. Prosecutors say he was sober enough.
Well, it was a night to celebrate children at Sylvania Country Club.
$40. $40, we give $40 on it. That's fun, really, isn't it? We give $40. $35.
Complete with an auction of themed baskets, all to benefit the Children's Rights Council of Northwest Ohio. The CRC provides services to families with kids, those services including providing supervision for court-ordered child visitation and manning neutral, safe exchange points for parents to drop off and pick up kids in a healthy, non-threatening environment. Guest speaker tonight, Judge Silverman, who runs the Jamie Farr LPGA tournament each summer. The Farr benefits children's charities this year, including the Children's Rights Council. Good to see everybody out there.
Great crowd out there.
Nice crowd and wonderful people, and of course it's a great cause. You were with some great folks a little further west.
You were in Sylvania. I was out in Bryan tonight.
Yeah,
drove longer than I actually spent time with them tonight, but it was wonderful. It was for community hospitals. It was a breast cancer program.
Sure.
We had a great turnout, and I wanted to say hi to all the folks out there who welcomed me so warmly this evening.
Good folks over Bryan Way, Williams County. All right, now this sounds kind of like an exam, but if Wednesday is to Tuesday, as Tuesday was to Monday, what kind of weather should we expect tomorrow?
Robert's doing that logic. Tracking the weather in the Storm Center 11 forecast next.
Also ahead, a tattooed grandmom is caught using her granddaughter to shoplift. A workplace shooting in California leaves 2 people dead. Islamic terrorists strike folks shopping in Pakistan. And all aboard for the world's first hybrid train.
You're watching Toledo's news leader, WTOL News 11. With Jerry Anderson, Chris Peterson, Robert Shields with Storm Track 11 Doppler, and Dan Cummins with sports. This is WTOL News 11 at 11.
Closed captioning is provided by Robinson Walker, a Walker family funeral home in Oak Harbor and Genoa, and by the Best in Hearing Healthcare Kenwood Hearing Center, a sound decision.
Save big during Elder Bierman's Bierman Days, and help big by using your Elder Bierman card. Every purchase you make with it during Bierman Days contributes to our biggest goal ever, $500,000 for breast cancer research.
Come to the right place.
Elder Bierman.
Slow down. Enjoy an Aussie autumn.
Let's go out back tonight,
where our new Top Cap sirloin is boldly seasoned, seared for juiciness, slow roasted, hand cut to order, and served with Paul's Harvest veggies. Our new slow roasted sirloin has arrived.
Let's go out back tonight.
Enjoy an Aussie autumn.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Let go. Go out back.
You were invited to the biggest celebration in Toledo theater history. The Lion King, live on stage for 6 weeks only. Performances begin in February at the Stranahan Theater. But tickets go on sale Saturday at the Stranahan Theater box office. Join us Saturday for a special on-sale event at 7 a.m., 3 hours before online, phone, and outlet sales begin. Don't wait until it's too late. Get your tickets early to take your place in the circle of life.
Elder Bierman's Bierman Days are going on now. Save big by shopping early for bonus buys like these. These are the days, and this is the place. Elder Bierman's Bierman Days. On now.
Come to the right.
Elder Bierman.
Upload your favorite sports pictures for everyone to see. Just go to WTOL.com's Big Board Friday page. Click on the photo gallery link. Sponsored by Castle Photo.
And now, Tracking storms with Storm Track 11 Doppler. Here's Chief Meteorologist Robert Shields.
Sure, highs were in the 70s here today, but you don't have to look too much farther away from us to get the highs in the 50s, and that's a 40-degree high temperature there in International Falls, Minnesota, up at the northern end of your screen. That is what's coming our way. Take a look at our almanac page for today. We hit 75 degrees. The normal is 65, and the record is 86. So today, we remain well above normal. Tomorrow, we are going to well below normal. The high temperature tomorrow is going to top out in the low to mid 50s across the area. It will be breezy, it will be cloudy, and there's a chance of some light rain or some drizzle, especially into the afternoon. So get that fall jacket prepared, and you may want to tote an umbrella along tomorrow as well. Here's a look at the high temperatures. 56 for Grand Rapids, 56 in Bradner, Ottawa up to 57. And in Monroe, just 55 degrees. The clouds are coming in from the northwest, so it'll be a little warmer off to the east. In Norwalk, 56, and Bettsville up to 57 degrees. Satellite radar imagery, we enjoyed the clear sky and the sunshine today. Here's the leading edge of that cloud cover. It's moving into Chicago. It's moving into Grand Rapids, Michigan, so it is not far off. And this is that fall cloud cover, that thick, low cloud cover that really blocks out the sun, almost like pulling a sock over the top of the area. We're not going to see the sun for a couple of days, and this is really more typical of October, isn't it? Here you can look at our Storm Track 11 Futurecast. This is our computer-generated weather forecast, and at 8 a.m. tomorrow, the leading edge of the clouds is just about right overhead. So if you get a little sun tomorrow, it'll be very early in the day, and then look at that, by 2 o'clock, a few rain showers have popped up from those clouds, and it will be cloudy right through the remainder of the afternoon. And what about Thursday? We are underneath that upper level low, so there will be more scattered rain showers and cloud cover right through the day. Thursday, if we're going to brighten back up, it will not be until we get to the upcoming weekend. So tonight we'll dip to 47 with increasing clouds, and it is turning cooler out there. And tomorrow, without much sun, it's going to be tough to warm up. We'll top out at 56 at Toledo Express Airport, a chance of showers, breezy and kind of a cold afternoon after those highs near 90, eh? Here's our 7-day forecast. Chance of showers Thursday. Friday, there may still be a few sprinkles or showers around. 58 will be the high temperature. And on the weekend, we will warm back into the 60s, which is back to normal. But, you know, if you measure the amount we were above normal, which is probably about this much, then we're only going below normal by about that much.
So then when you average it out, we're still kind of normal as opposed to that. You remember that thing?
We told you he was doing the
All of a sudden it
logic.
becomes a Three Stooges.
I'd rather do that with Chris. No
I know
offense.
you would. The unseasonably hot weather is still the story of the month so far.
And it was by no means limited to the Midwest. This is Philadelphia, where it was a bonus for cyclists today. They were out in force in Center City as October set a record.
And check out the Jersey beaches, or should I say Jersey? Hundreds are acting out a scene more like July than October. See, they're a day behind us on weather, so our stuff gets out there and it's nice and warm. The boardwalks crowded as well as the beaches. Instead of pumpkin pies and hot cider, ice cream was the order of the day. Remember our story yesterday?
In Texas at the State Fair, it was so hot last night.
How hot was it?
At the Jonas Brothers band concert, some 200 people had to be treated for heat-related illnesses. Thousands of youngsters were out of school for their official fair day, temperatures above 90 degrees. Now, you're wondering who the Jonas Brothers are.
Oh, well, I'm not wondering. Of course, I know most of their work.
Yeah.
Who are the Jonas Brothers?
They're a Disney creation. So all the little kids know, you know, all the little teeny boppers know them. So they were all there at the fair yesterday.
And now we know.
And now we know. That's right.
Well, more terror bombings, but you know what? This time it's not here, Rock. Also ahead, the shoplifting granny, nabbed, tattoos and all.
And it's a beautiful hot air balloon festival until this happens. What caused this deadly mishap? We'll check it out next.
Just how new is the all-new 2008 Accord?